It has been far too freaking long. Shall we? One fall day, I jolt awake, right? Because I have the feeling that I'm late. Thankfully, though, I wasn't late. I was super late. I had to go to class like ASAP. So I make a quick breakfast, right? Peanut butter and jam on an English muffin. Whew. Breakfast in hand, I head outside. I secure my crap by locking the doors. As I turn, there, on my diluted, never been washed, black encrusted hood of my 1996 Toyota Corolla is a single, solitary duck. I wanted nothing to do with these ducks. But the odds are never in my favor. In fact, you want to know what I have? I have evens. That's what I have a big sack full of evens. My vast knowledge of ducks begins and ends at nothing. So as to the purpose of this duck squatting on my hood, I ain't got the faintest. I didn't have time to tart around with a duck, so I started walking towards the vehicle. So as I begin to near this freaking flat-footed Cheerio hole, it has the gall to hiss at me like freaking some sort of off-brand Dilophosaurus. He had this look in his eyes that was like very insidious. Like he wanted to cause harm. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe my first approach was a bit brutish. Okay, maybe I just need to dial it down and try again. I think by doing this, it actually made the duck more impassioned because it started flapping its wings violently and it was hissing at the same time. I had to regroup my strategies. And then it hit me like a big old duffel bag full of flimsy spoons. It was time to pick a fight. I put my English muffin, which was on a paper towel, on the pavement, okay? Safely. If I'm about to pick a fight, I can't have that getting damaged. I didn't want to hurt the duck. But the odds of that happening were even. And I start wafting it as hard and as quick as possible, all right? Because I had this neighbor upstairs, second floor. We called him Lonely Guy. And if he would have seen what was happening, he would call the cops. Because he's called the cops on me quite a few times. The war is waged, all right? And it lasted for like 10 to 15 seconds. Finally, it hops off, okay? And it's hot, it's freaking flapping its wings like hawkishly. And it's hissing and flapping all the way freaking, it's leaving, okay? I let out this sigh of relief. And like that, lightning bolts are just shooting and I instantly turn Super Saiyan. A Thundercat is surfing down this ice bridge, right? And he throws me the keys, ha! To a Gundam wing. None of that happened, but I did get in my car, very boringly. Then I realized, cuss! I left my English muffin on the pavement. I could still hear the hissing and the like faint pitter-pats of flippers outside, so I knew the duck was still out there. So I can't just go back out and redo all that to save an English muffin. At this moment, something just Hulk smashes into my window. Did it scare me? Do boxes hold a lot of stuff? So I look out of my window like, what the frick? I don't see anything. So I open my door, right? And I'm looking. What do I see? The duck lying lifeless on the pavement. I checked for vitals by poking it, and it wasn't moving. Life had permanently vacationed from him. The freaking idiot flew straight into my window and killed himself. How do you do that? I should have never picked a fight with a duck. Freak. And then I hear the second story door opened up. Lonely Guy. This skulker was not the guy that I needed walking up on the scene right now. It looked like I just gently ducked to death. He is itching at the seams to call the cops on me again. And this is like what? The grand finale. So I pick up the duck, right? And I have a freaking duck in my hand. I'm like, what the freak do I do? What the freak? What do I do? He's about to walk up on me and I have a dead duck in my hand. I do what I think anybody would have done in my situation. I hurl him in my car. Right then, Lonely Guy walks up and I turn and I'm squeezing 2 pine cones. Nothing says, nothing to see here than a guy crunching 2 pine cones in his hands. And I guess he never got the memo because he stops and he greets me.
Hey, what do you got going on right there?
I have to reply to him, you know? Like freaking, dude, I mean, have you not freaking heard about this? It's the new de-aging secret from Dr. Oz. I was trying to spam him to leave me alone, and then I see him glance at the English muffin that was on the pavement, and he freaking walks over to it and is like freaking investigating it, right? Like,
what is this? Is this your English muffin?
I wanted that muffin back. But if I moved to go collect said muffin, I would be exposing a deceased duck riding shotgun in my car. Dude, it's probably yours. Oh, shut up. Shut up.
Is this yours?
What do you think?
I think it's yours.
Oh, is that what you think?
Yeah, that's exactly what I think. I think it's yours.
I don't even say anything. I just start nodding, right? And he starts nodding back at me. Like, for a good 20 seconds, we don't say a word. We're just nodding at each other. Then he breaks the silence. He looks at me and he kind of goes,
I saw the whole thing through my window. Yeah, I know this is yours. And you have a duck in your car. You're really lucky I don't call the cops.
I mean, it was all haze after this. I don't even... He like goes over, he picks up the muffin and tosses it at me. And I'm like, I'm still in shock at the fact that this guy had been lurking on me for who knows how long. It didn't register in me to even try to catch the English muffin jettisoning through the air at me until like the last second. I still had the freaking pine cones in my hands. So I freaking tried to like, but I tried to, ow, freak. I tried to catch it with my I tried to catch it with my elbows, right? I didn't catch it. My English muffin just smashes into my chest, imprinting a nice crop circle of peanut butter and jam onto my shirt. And then it falls onto the ground, peanut butter first. Who freaking does that? I mean, he clearly saw me squeezing the 2 pine cones. What are the evens of me even catching that with no warning? I didn't even have a chance. He knew it was inane because as soon as he did it, he goes, oh. He didn't even say sorry. He just freaking got in his car and freaking left. After this happens, I get in my car and I start wiping off the peanut butter, right? And that's about the time that I noticed that the duck had vanished. I kid you not. It was gone. It evaporated out of the seats. I mean, I checked the floorboards, I checked the back seat. I think it was pretty obvious that it turned into an elemental and it ascended, you know, to a higher plane of existence. I mean, it could have just knocked himself out, and when I attended the English muffin shot put semifinals, it could have walked out. But what are the evens of that happening? Huh? I freaking freaking pretty high. Pretty high.